But I think we're definitely seeing the product of what Steve Burns just reported on that 18 car, because for about 8 to 10 laps, he really closed the gap on that 11 car. But now as we're getting to the end of this long run here, of course, this is when your car's going to push the worst. You've burned all the fuel load off. This is when it's starting to pull away a little bit. The 11's back better than the 18.
Yeah, and the other thing too, Larry, is I believe the 11 is being really cautious dealing with lap cars. And that's how the 18 closes up a little bit every time he gets in traffic.
Jimmy Johnson comes in. He's the first of the lead lap cars to pit on this sequence under green. Excuse me, he is not on the lead lap. He was involved in that wreck and is 6 laps down. Denny Hamlin may be playing it conservative, Darrell, but he is, by the stopwatch, the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
It's almost like he was just testing the waters, and like Darrell said, just being very patient with those lap cars.
Yeah, I like the way he got through that traffic. He didn't force himself by anyone. He took good care of his car, and now he's able to pull back out to a comfortable lead. I really think part of that too was the 18 car really put a charge on. You saw smoke coming out of the car. He was driving the car really hard to see if he had anything for Hamlin. Now he knows he doesn't.
On the stopwatch, it's only about a 1/10 of a second difference between the first 2 cars, but that means that Hamlin's lead has now grown to 1.4 seconds.
This is a battle for 6. We're watching right here, no longer a battle. Tony Stewart in the 20 car we're riding with him just went by Martin Truex Jr. in that 1 car for 6th place.
Matt?
A great shot looking back at the right rear, which is up. Martin Truex Jr. thought he had a flat tire on that right rear because the car is so loose. He told his guys, be ready. But their spotter, Joey Meyer from high atop, said it looks good from here. But they are closing in on that last stop.
When they're worn out, they feel flat. And I got a feeling we're this close to getting a pit stop coming here. That's probably what his problem is. He's worn out the right rear.
And Darrell, we have not had a green flag stop. Getting on the pit road here, it's tricky. The entrance to pit road is almost way back in the middle of turn 3 and 4. So it's tricky getting there.
Yeah, the commitment line is right here is the commitment line. So you're way back there when you have to. And here's pit road entrance way up here, but the commitment line is pretty far back in the middle of the corner.
And you have to get down on that apron, and trust me, that apron is pretty slick right now.
That orange box right there, that's where the commitment cone was at the start of the night. Don't know where it is now. We've had a couple of crashes over there.
And of course, here's the commitment line, and here's the green light that tells you pit road is open. Let's see if we can have any takers here. Here's Hamlin going. He goes by, so he's not coming in this time.
Denny Hamlin has now set the record for leading the most laps in a race on the 3/4 mile at Richmond. Over 350 laps tonight. That's a record.
And the laps that Joe Gibbs Racing has led, they won the race at Talladega. They led 110 laps total in that 188 lap race last week.
Gibbs cars running 1-2. That's where they finished at Atlanta. Kyle Busch and Tony Stewart 1-2.
And the way Stewart is starting to close up here, it wouldn't surprise me to see him be 1-2-3 when this race ends, because Tony is coming forward he's just gotten around to Martin Truex. He's closing in on Clint Boyer.
12th place race, Ryan Newman and Greg Biffle. Newman in the 12, trying to hold off Biffle. 46 laps to go. Oh boy, Casey Mears and Michael Waltrip get tangled up and couldn't get loose.
And the caution will fly. And again, Casey Mears, he just went a lap down, and Michael Waltrip had been to pit road to get 4 fresh tires not too many laps ago.
What, were they hung together?
Those cars looked like they were coupled
together.
together.
What happened. I think something happened to the 5, and then Michael got into him and couldn't get off, couldn't get undone from him.
See if Casey loses a right front here. Well, he does there after the contact.
Yeah, no, he just went over the top of Michael, and I think Michael thought they were still racing.
Well, let's ride along with Michael. Show you what Digger saw. over there in turn 2. Pit road's open. Krista.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. said his right rear is sliding and it's nagging him. He said, I'm the third best car out here. That's not enough. I need more grip to catch these guys, and that is the intention. That's what they're going to do. Matt.
Mark Martin really struggled over that last run, just losing the handle of the car. The longer the run went on, the looser the car got. Chassis adjusted for the 8. Steve.
Matt Denny Hamlin, the race leader, says just help my forward bite. 0.2 of a pound out of the right rear tire. Kyle Busch in the 18 says don't make me too loose off air out of the left front tire.
And the first 3 come out just the way they came in. Hamlin, Busch, Earnhardt, Mark Martin, Clint Boyer. No change among the front 5.
Yeah, not a lot of change at all there.
That 11 car is so close to a night of perfection. He's so close.
NASCAR has parked Michael Waltrip for the duration of the event. We're under caution for the 8th time tonight.
No question about that one. Wave it.